regime. I wanna rock you, shaka baby, cause you make me wanna scream. Make me wanna scream, make me wanna scream. I feel for you. Let me rock you, cause I feel for you. I love you. I feel, think, I feel for you. I feel, think I love you. Let me rock you, rock you. Chaka Khan.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back, Satara. Yay, we're back. We are back, guys. Welcome to The Truth Ain't In Us. I'm Tanya Wilder.
I'm Satara Vaughn.
And guys, you are watching The Truth Ain't In Us. Last week, listen, we both, Satara and I, had an emergency. I was down and out, my husband and I, with COVID, and Satara had a family emergency. So we had to wind up canceling the show. I actually went to DR. I was invited by my sister-in-law for my brother's birthday. And it was initially supposed to be, I believe, 3 or 4 other couples that was supposed to join them. and it was only Bart and I that wind up showing up. I don't know why the others weren't able to make it, but we were glad that we were able to join them. And we wound up having a great time. But on the way back from DR, on the plane, I sat next to a guy that he says he's a what do you call it? A singer, a performer over in Vietnamese. And he had a mask on. He was the only one on the plane with a mask, by the way. And he wound up taking his mask off to show me his videos and stuff like that. And lo and behold, we got home that Sunday night. By Monday, it started kicking in, COVID, and I did a test on Tuesday. And yeah, I was in bed all last week. So that's how that went, Satara.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm glad you feel better. I had to actually go to Houston on a family emergency. That it started off kind of rough, but all well, all good as well. God intervened and everything is fine now. So hey, we're back to our normal. Hey, we're back to the norm right now.
Well, I will say one good thing that came out of that trip, from the trip, at the airport, I was at the airport in DR, sitting down. Bart, he went outside on a smoke break, and he approached me, and this other guy was approaching me at the same time, and he's like, "Hey, what's up?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, Miguel Nunez."
Wow.
And if you guys don't know who Miguel Nunez is, Miguel, he he was on Martin. He was the star of Joanna Man. And there's another show that he's on currently. He was on a lot of other shows as well, like Life. But to make a long story short, we chopped it up, took some pictures, and I invited him to be a guest on the show. And he accepted. And he was like, "Hey, take my number right now." Yes, Loose Neck. Hey, Loose Neck, welcome. And he's going to be on the show October the 1st. October the 1st. We are going to be sitting down, chatting it up with Miguel Nunez. So I'm excited about that.
Yes, that sounds great. Great.
Yes. And while actually on our way to oh my God, DR, I was waiting. I was trying to watch the new Tom Cruise movie, Mission Impossible, because I am a fan. And Tom Cruise has not aged. And I want to talk about this for a moment, because he is 63 years old.
Wow.
And we always, people always want to down women for plastic surgery. And I know Tom has definitely had some plastic surgery done, because he looks good for his age. And in the movie, he damn near has not aged at all. Look at him.
Oh, wow. Yep, he does. He looks good.
Yeah. So I'm like, we talk about what? Kris Jenner. She just had plastic surgery. And she looks good, by the way. But I don't understand the thing with the cheeks. They all got this big fat cheek up here that sit like, what the hell is that all about? The women does. The women do.
Oh, okay.
And even if you look at Love and Hip Hop, with all that's going on, what's that? Men getting facelifts is problematic. Todd Chrisley. Oh yeah. And Todd Chrisley looks good too, but we know he's had some work done as well, right? I don't know about the black men. Any of these black celebrities, that
I don't know. I have no idea. I look at it for our black men. They say black don't crack, so I don't know. I don't know.
Absolutely. And guys, we have a great show for you guys tonight. Title of our show tonight is Legacy or Change: The True Cost of Generational Wealth. And we actually have a guest coming on a little later, I believe at 8:30. Her name is Cara Perry, and she actually owns a broker firm, real estate broker firm. So she's going to be joining us a little later tonight, and we're going to get into the price of generational wealth, sacrifice, love. We're going to be talking about it all. Okay. Um, but back to, this facelift and everything that's going on with with people. I was thinking, and with myself, I'm what, 55 now. I have this little laugh line here. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I am probably within the next month, I am going to get either Botox or a little filler. It's not going to be anything major. You won't be able to tell. I won't be looking like Madam or anybody.
You sure? You sure?
I'm positive I will not be looking like Madam, but I'm definitely going to get something done. So
Okay.
no Muppets.
I'm
Oh my
laughing.
God. Of course, no Muppets. We're going to talk about some Muppets here a little later tonight. And I hate, you know what? I'm not even going to call her that because to me, she is a beautiful woman. Tamar Braxton, but she just has issues. And we're going to talk about Tamar a little bit later on the show. But and I don't know if you guys had an opportunity, or you, Sitar, to watch the documentary of Katrina. Have you
A
seen
little
that
bit.
on
I
Netflix?
actually watched a little bit. Yeah, I actually watched the, kind of like skimmed through it. It kind of made me a little depressed, so I kind of like turned it off. So I didn't watch the full documentary, but I looked at it for a moment.
Yeah, I watched it. And I remember when it was actually happening, and sitting and watching the people on the roofs and stuff of the houses, and it brought tears to my eyes. Just seeing our people left out there, and I just I'm lost for words, by the way. But Spike
I
Lee
mean,
did.
it was really sad. I mean, I
It
actually
is.
was living in Houston prior to me coming to Georgia when it took place, and I can remember I was at work and I had no idea that it was that traumatic. Was going to my daughter's house to, I don't know, to grab something because I left something in the one, didn't want to drive all the way home, and she was getting dressed for work, and when she opened the door, she had tears in her eyes. I said, "What wrong? What's wrong? What happened?" She says, "Mom, did you look at the news?" I said, "What are you talking about?" So when I saw the little baby on the bridge, they showed a picture of quite a few people on the bridge where they couldn't move, and I was like, "Oh my God!" And then I guess when they did come up with a route where they got buses and different people dispersed at different states or whatever, and when they came, we all had to, people that wanted to donate water, food, you took it to the it was called an Astrodome, and you would take it there and drop it off. So on my way to work, I called my boss and I was like, "I'm gonna be running a little way. I want to drop off some water." So it was that's what I said. I kind of looked at the documentary on Netflix, but it was kind of depressing. So I kind of like looked and didn't look, because it's really sad that
Well,
it
it
happened.
makes me look at the news a little bit differently
Different.
now.
Yes, it does.
Because how they were reporting black, the black people when they were actually looting the stores, it wasn't really that. It was a survival thing
It
because
was
they weren't getting food for days. And you would see the white people loot, and they call it
survival.
surviving.
Right,
They were
right, right.
surviving, but the blacks were looting. And Lieutenant General Russell L. Hone, I believe,
Mhm.
or I can't pronounce his last name that good, but um He actually, they didn't even ask him to come there because he showed up and he took over.
Oh, wow.
And he started because they wanted to basically treat the people like they were not victims, like they were criminals.
Oh,
And
wow.
they were being held as hostage in that dome and not allowed to cross over the bridge where, food and shelter and all that it was horrible. But I'm glad that they told that story because it got me to see another side of how the media do false reporting when it comes to our people. We know that it happens, but it was just blatant.
Right.
So,
And then they would call refugees. I didn't understand. I said, why are they called refugees? But the other Caucasian people, they wasn't called refugees, but the black people were called refugees. Yeah, that was
exactly. Yeah, and it was very disheartening. But I would say definitely check it out. I think Spike Lee is doing a great job, but I could not understand why Spike Lee didn't fight for that other show to come out with what's his name? The football player, the one that took the knee.
You would ask that question. What is
I can't remember his name. And
come on, Gooseneck, help us out. What's his name?
Who you said loose neck?
Neck, yeah, loose neck. Come on, help us out. What is his name? Golly.
Oh, it's Colin Kaepernick.
Kaepernick.
Yes.
Yeah, okay,
yes. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Tree. Thank you. And it, I really wanted to see that. Mm-hmm. I really, really did. Thank you. Who's that put up something? Somebody else put something in there.
Colin.
Cedric Moore. Oh, thank you.
Colin. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's like it's really sad that they put their neck down on that man. They're standing on his neck. They don't want him to make any money. They don't want to see him succeed. And I couldn't believe ESPN. First of all, why would you even allow him to make the movie? They know it was coming out, the documentary, and then they just put a stop to it. So that's fucked up, really. It's really fucked up. But guys,
that's what let you know how people feel they got control. They can take it, have you make it, and take it from you all at the same time. But
absolutely. Well, guys, we're gonna take a quick break. You're watching The Truth Ain't in Us, and we'll be right back with facts, fiction, straight foolishness, and we're gonna be talking about some hot topics here that's going on social media. That's just crazy. I don't know. When you have friends like that, who needs enemies?
Okay.
If you have a fucking friend like that, who needs enemies?
Exactly.
Have you ever been stranded on the side of the road, Ollie?
Yes.
It's not comfortable, is it?
No.
Dogs and poodles, if you find yourself in a jam on the side of the highway, give my folks at Bay 11 Towing a call, 404-770-6949. Again, that's 404-770-6949. Being stranded on the side of the road in Metro Atlanta is very stressful and dangerous. Bay 11 Towing is who you need to call, whether you're dealing with a flat tire, dead battery, full-on breakdown, or whatever that may have you on the side of the road. Call our folks at Bay 11 Towing, and they will get to you with a competitive rate and quicker than everybody else in town. Again, that's Bay 11 Towing. That number is 404-770-6949. You're in the dog pound. Dogs and poodles, it's the Two Live Stews, and we're back. Our debate that started us on radio was the effectiveness of the option, idiot.
You call your brother idiot? I never call you an idiot.
Dummy. What you did is called hijack the show. I'm done. Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart streaming live Monday and Thursday at 7 a.m.
That's the number 2 live stews, youtube.com. 2 live stews, youtube.com.
Guys, welcome back, and you're watching The Truth Ain't in Us. I'm Tanya Wilder with Satara Vaughn. And just a quick note that next week and every week after that, we are going to be moved to 7 p.m. on Wednesdays. 7 p.m. on Wednesdays. Just a quick note. But I want to talk about my girl, Karen Huger from Potomac Housewives. Love Karen to death. Karen was just released from prison for a DUI. And a lot of people are talking about, you know, Karen probably haven't learned her lesson. They're not wishing Karen well. And I just feel like, why are we so quick to judge other people? She's done her time. She's gotten off early for good behavior, by the way. And when I think back to my late 20s, early 30s, by the grace of God, I didn't have a car accident. I didn't get stopped by a cop.
Exactly.
Because if I did, my ass would have been locked up like Karen Huger. Okay. And how many of us out here today, you know, I don't do it anymore because I'm older and I'm wiser. And I think, you know, Karen may have a little problem. Hopefully she's getting the help that she needs. But how many of us today drink and drive? And we're given grace every day.
Well, I can say I can I have done it, and I'm not gonna say when you say drink and drive, have I had a cocktail or two and got behind the wheel of the car? Yes, I have. But I know my limits. I mean, everybody know their limits, but at the same time, it could happen to me. You know what I'm saying? You can't pass judgment, because I feel like, I have, like you said, been intoxicated, got behind the wheel, and by the grace of God, I made it home safe. No one got injured or hurt. So yes, I mean, everything.
Sometimes I don't even know how I got home back then.
Exactly.
Coming from the club, I'm like, damn. And
Yep.
and I am so thankful to God now, because I know better. So
Right.
I know my limit. 2 drinks and that's it. I'm not
That's
taking
it.
any shots.
Nope.
Okay. So that, and if I do take a shot, then I'm having 1 drink and I'm taking a shot. So, and then I have what do I want to call Bart, because he is like, he be all over me like, that's your limit, you on your limit. Like, okay, daddy. Yeah, he is like that type of thing. Like, he's there watching me like a damn hawk every
I can say
time.
Kenny don't do that. Kenny doesn't do that. I mean, I guess he already knows that it's a 2 limit with me. Now, him on the other hand is something totally different, because he tell me I'm a lightweight, and I'm okay with being called a lightweight. But now I know my limit, and I feel like when we're together, one of us has to be a little bit focused. So you have to, I take the reins, but let me do my 2 limit and just leave it at that. But yeah.
Well, who's that? Shedrick Moore says no drinking and driving for him. I love making money being the designated driver. Well, that is great. And don't get me wrong, because thank God Karen hit the pole or whatever she hit.
Right.
And she didn't kill anyone, because far too many people have lost their lives when it comes to drinking and driving. So again, I'm rooting for Karen. And Karen needs to let Lyft be her best damn friend right now.
Exactly.
Lyft needs to be her best friend. And she needs to probably like get a deal with Lyft. You know what I'm saying? Do some type of deal. Get paid off of it.
Exactly, because they're going to talk about you, baby. You get capitalized on it, because that's what they're doing. And if they're your friends, apparently they're not. If they're your friends, they would be trying to be supported and try to bash, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody got something that they hiding from. It just haven't been brought to the light yet.
Yes, exactly. So, and talking about hiding, bringing to the light, We're gonna see a little short video right now of Cardi B.
Insiders are claiming that Offset is publicly bragging about getting you pregnant for the 4th time. Do you foresee any paternity issues with Stephon Diggs?
Stop disrespecting me. Don't disrespect me. How are you feeling?
Your court look is amazing. Who
You're
are you
amazing,
wearing?
Cardi. I still love you, even though you just threw some stuff at
I
me.
don't care. You're disrespectful. Don't do that. Do you see women asking those type of questions to me? Do you see women asking those questions to me?
It's a legit
Why do you feel as a man you get to ask me those type of questions? Act like you have some manners. And your mama taught you respect women.
Oh my God!
Hey,
Listen,
man, she went there.
Cardi is forever throwing shit at people. You know what I'm saying? And I personally, she's a public figure, and people are going to ask questions, and I think it's a legit question. I don't know about you, because
I
that
thought it was
shit
kind of
happens.
messy. But I thought it was kind of messy because at the end of the day, I mean, you know, she's not with Offset. So let me put like we don't know if she's with Offset or with the guy she's dating.
But
So
want
for him to,
a hit
what you
dog will
gonna say?
holler though.
Yeah, exactly.
And my thing is this: in her being pregnant right now, right? I think it's a fair question only because she was with her husband and now she's with someone else. And it could be a possibility that it's her husband at the end of the day.
But it ain't that her. It's not. It would to me personally. It ain't your business.
Well,
So if
she's a public figure,
but
she's a
like
public
she said,
figure,
okay,
and
she's a public figure still.
yeah,
A lot of stuff
she
ain't
has
their
the right to
business.
ask that question.
And she had the right to answer the way she answered.
No, she don't have the right to throw shit at people.
I didn't say throw. I said to answer the way she answered.
Yeah, but she threw
some, but then
something.
she answered the question as well.
No,
She asked
well,
him
she had
why.
no business throwing something just because she didn't like the
Totally
damn
agree.
question. Doesn't mean
Totally
you have to
agree.
be violent.
True. But at the
Okay.
end of the day, she answered his question. She asked him the question. She was
didn't
like,
answer shit.
why-
Come on in,
But
Tree.
she kind of pretty.
She
was she
didn't
pretty-
answer him.
Satara.
Oh, we
That
can
is-
agree to disagree. I
She
love it.
all the time. I just
She
feel
is
like this.
wrong as fuck.
No, y'all, listen to me. I'm not saying she's right about what her behavior was. I'm not saying that. Tanya's question was, she's in a public figure. I mean, he had a right to ask the question. You have the right to ask what you want to ask, when you want to ask it, to who you want to ask it. Number one.
Mhm.
Number two, my thing is, I felt it was messy because the way he came, how he asked the question, because like she said, it could have been a husband, or are you taking a dig at her? So at the end of the day, you know, she's a woman, she's pregnant, her hormones
Hold
starting to
on.
raise.
Hold on.
She a
Cardi
woman
B
that get
gets
on
on
here and
social
open
media
her
and
butt
puts her
cheek.
business out all the freaking time. She gets on social media. She talks her business
It still
all
don't make it right,
the
guys.
fucking time.
That's my
so,
opinion.
hey,
Even if he was a regular person and not a reporter, which I don't know, because you know people can stand out there. You decided this path, and this path makes you a public figure, and so
Right.
he can ask her anything, and
Exactly.
putting your hands or items on people will get you locked up. She was on a break from
didn't
a
she throw some
trial.
water on somebody in the audience before?
The microphone.
Right.
Yeah,
Or-
like she's always doing that
She
shit.
was in the middle of it was break. She's in court because somebody took her to court to sue her for $24 million for assault. She was coming out for the break.
But guys, I'm not
She's
saying
crazy.
she was right for throwing some. I didn't say that. We were speaking of the question that was asked. Now, for us, her action, for us, her throwing something. No, I don't. Nobody should be putting their hands on anybody. Or
I'm
throwing
tired of
themselves on
her and people
okay.
making excuses for her. Like did y'all hear? Did y'all hear the reporter say, "I love your outfit"? Like no accountability for throwing shit at somebody. I love your outfit. Everyone licks her ass, and I think I'm just tired of it. and they're
Well,
scared to
I'm
say
not
something.
licking. I'm not licking
I'm
her
not
ass.
licking anybody because at the
You
end of the
know?
day, I don't give a shit. I don't see it like that. I can base my comments just like everybody else can base their comment. At the end of the day, Cardi gonna be Cardi. Cardi gonna do what she want to
Cardi
do,
gonna
and they
be.
gonna clip highlights. At the end of the day, it don't matter. I was only speaking of, and this make it clear. I am not condoning her actions for throwing something at someone. And no, she's dead wrong. And if she's breaking for being on the trial for hitting or throwing
But
something,
why is that always her go-to?
Right, that's the thing.
Like
And
that's
I used to
always
be
her
like
go-to.
that. I used to
At
be
this
like
point,
that.
you're
And I was
Cardi
in
B.
jail for
You
that
should be.
shit.
You should know how to. If somebody asks you a question that you don't like, you say what the fuck you want to, but you don't have to throw something at them.
Baby, I used to throw hands and everything, and then I learned my lesson.
You got beat up, huh?
No. What? No.
well, I ain't
But
gonna
I
lie.
did get
I
I
have
got
issues
locked
that,
up.
that can lead to
Oh,
that.
you got locked up. Okay.
You got locked up for hitting someone?
Yes. Yes.
Oh
This is I'm
wow.
young. I'm in Detroit. I'm hot like her. I gotta
But okay, but that's different. Like you said, you were young. Right now, she's a grown
She's
woman
young
with
too.
3
No,
kids.
yeah.
But she's an adult.
They love her.
mean,
We
you
love your outfit, Cardi.
And
Okay, I'm leaving.
hey, I stand with Cardi when it comes to the situation with her and Offset.
right.
Okay. But right is right and wrong is wrong. She's been in the business long enough to know how to conduct herself when someone asks her a question that she doesn't like. Period.
Okay, but let me ask you this question, and just hypothetical. I'm just saying. Okay, so you don't never get to the point where no matter what, I mean, okay, we don't know how she felt leaving the courtroom. Of course, they have to come out looking glam and smiling. You don't know what's going through her mind. So at the end of the day, to come out of the court or dealing whatever you're dealing, and somebody just throw that on you. I mean, and she just got upset because she felt like that was a very disrespect. So you don't say she has the right to be upset behind something like that?
No
because
one is saying that she
I
doesn't
can
have
say-
the right to be
no,
upset.
but you're saying that she's.
I
in public
said the
view. We
violent
have-
part of her. And when you're a celebrity, like, and you're a
That's nothing to
public
do
figure
with it.
like that, people are gonna ask you all kinds of shit. She
I'll
has
ask
a
you all kinds of
publicist.
shit if you ain't in the public.
Okay,
Ask you all
so
kinds of shit.
then go the fuck off. Go the fuck off. Okay, that's what she can go the fuck off, but she don't need to be throwing shit. That's all I'm
Exactly.
saying.
And I'm with
And
you
now-
on that. We
And
can
now
agree on that.
I want to move on to Tamar Braxton,
Let's go.
because last week while I was stuck in my damn bed, the internet was hot. I'm not even going to have a whole lot of time to talk about this because we got to bring on Miss Perry in a second, but just give me a second, Tree, because I got to get this out. So my thing with Tamar, she and Funky Dineva went back and forth this whole thing about Tamar saying that she woke up in a pool of blood. Okay, she started this whole damn chain of fireball, and she got Funky Dineva into it. And then once Funky started going the fuck off like he does, she couldn't handle it. Okay, and my thing is with Tamar is always playing the fucking victim. Always playing the victim.
Attention. I just think she seeks
And
attention.
please turn that off, sir. Like, okay. Y'all don't know what's going on in the background, but I do. Okay. And it's just too much. But my thing is with Tamar, we didn't need to know that you woke up like that if it really happened. And
True.
I saw no swelling. I saw no broken nose. I saw
Broken
her
teeth.
do a video with makeup on, teeth fixed, all of that. And it was just too much. Every day back and forth, she and Funky Dineva. And like, where is true friendship? That's why honestly, I don't have no best friends. I have no fucking best friends. I got rid of that word years ago because I learned a hard fucking lesson. And I have friends, like you're my friend. But I have no best friends. And I've learned that you don't tell people shit that you don't want to ever have repeated.
Exactly.
Again.
And
You know
that's
what I'm
true.
saying?
That's the true thing. I just think I think some people she just look like she's seeking for attention. And even though, I mean, and you know, like I said, they're public figures, they're in the public spotlight, people put stuff out there, they make things seem bigger than what it is. But at the end of the day, it's something, I mean, something
It
wrong.
was a PR stunt, I think, because she was coming out with new album, and now because everything has blown up in her face, she's saying that she's not going to bring the album out. But guys, we got to go to a break, and we will be right back with Cara Perry, and we're going to be talking generational wealth. We're going to be talking how to purchase a home, everything. I'm just wrapped up with this Tamar shit right now. But we'll be right back, and we'll see you guys in just a minute.
Listen, I played in the NFL. I've taken enough shots to last a lifetime. And let me tell you this, taking a shot just to lose weight, that's not a smart play. That's why I roll with Brain IQ, the all-natural weight chews, cut cravings, boost metabolism, and sharpen focus. No needles, no chemicals, no crash. Just results you can chew on. And Brain IQ is not just about weight chews. They've got a full lineup of all-natural products to keep your mind sharp, your body fueled, and your health on point. Skip the needles, choose natural. Order now. BrainIQHealth.com/REF/1Live Stew. Brain IQ Chews. Smart, natural, built for results.
Welcome back, guys. You are watching The Truth Ain't In Us, and we are joined by, and am I pronouncing your name correctly? Cara
What'd you
Perry?
say? Kiara, yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Welcome to the show, Cara.
Hello,
Tell
thank you for having me.
Tell everybody about you, about who you are, your business, what you do.
Okay, where do I start? I'm an Atlanta native, born and raised. I know you because of your son. We became friends in high school.
Yeah.
And I decided to attend Howard University to study education my senior year in high school. I wanted to attend an HBCU, and I thought that was a great place for me to go based on my experience on my visit. So I attended Howard, and my friends and I, we co-founded an organization called Chill. College has its life lessons.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of gave me the bug of like, I can start my own thing. I can do my own thing. It kind of gave me that freedom to understand that, you know, the world is your oyster. You can do anything you want. And so fast forward, I graduated from Howard. I got my MED at Howard in a 5-year program. And I came back to Atlanta to teach in APS. And I taught for 2 years. And I was really just having some very confusing thoughts. I went to Howard for education, but I have been working in daycares, internships with kids, youth since I was 13. So I was really confused when I felt like God was pulling me in a different direction, especially sales, because I was like, I'm too introverted. I can't do that. And so that goes back to Chill, because Chill kind of gave me that feeling of like, oh, you don't have to stick to the plan. You can do something on your own. So I decided, after hearing a whole bunch of signs and confirmations about real estate, I was going to get my license and just do it part-time. And I decided to quit teaching because it was just too hectic, not enough pay. I love my kids, so I felt guilty at first. But,
especially in this day and time.
Yeah, it was a lot. And it was so funny because I was so nervous to tell my principal, because she hired me on the spot in an interview. She really liked me that much. I went to Howard. Her daughter went to Howard, so that connection is real. So I was really disappointed to tell her. When I told her, He was like, girl, go spread your wings. You don't have to stay around here. You can do way more than this. And I was like, wow, this is really God. Like he wants, so I thought I was going to still stay in the realm of education or nonprofit work based on my background. But my friend was like, hey, I'm trying to buy a house. I got licensed. And since 2017, when she bought her house, I was like, I'm gonna try to do this full time and see what happens. Yeah. And I've been doing it for 8 years. It's been 8 years. I started my business, my company, Cara Perry Realty LLC, which has now transitioned into Regal Realty Group, ATL, and that is my team. I have a team now, and so it's been great. Entrepreneurship is a beast.
Yes, it is
challenging. You don't get that check every 2 weeks, but God has been so faithful, and I just continue to have people like you who refer people to me. Tania has purchased from me. Bart is always sending me people. So it's just all love. People have just surrounded me, and my village has really supported me. And because of that, I've been able to be a top producer for at least the last 5 years in my office.
That's awesome.
Coaching other agents now as well.
And that's my background, sales. And a lot of times people think and feel like sales is that it's selling. And really it's about connecting, building rapport with people, building that relationship.
Absolutely.
With people. Yes. It's all about relationships when it comes to sales.
Right. And they have to trust you and like you.
Definitely. They like you, they trust you, they're going to buy from you.
Yep, exactly.
And you can make a ton of money. So I want to know, so for people out there wanting that's never owned a home, that's been renting all their lives. I know people back in my hometown, that's all they've done is rent, never owned. What will it take for someone, as far as a first-time home buyer? What does that look like? And as far as credit as well, because credit is definitely the key part of it.
Yeah, definitely. I want to answer that, but the first thing I tell everybody when I do my seminars is it's a shift of mindset. And hopefully I can say this, but us Black and brown people, our mindset when it comes to
honey, you are watching. You're on The Truth Ain't in Us. We want you to speak your truth, stand on your truth, and own your truth. Go ahead.
We're willing to go buy a bag. We're willing to put some rims on a car. But then when it comes to a house, it's like, it's just like we have to stop, because when you look at the statistics, they show Black and brown people have the least amount of ownership. And that's period, not just homes, ownership in anything across the board. But we're the highest spending across the board. And so when you talk about millionaires and billionaires and wealth creation, every single billionaire, millionaire, somebody who's wealthy, they all have real estate, they all have businesses. You have to own something, you have to have real estate in order for your money to actually grow. So I first would challenge that renter, hey, what is your mindset around this? Do you really see yourself being able to take it there? And I say that too, because even for me, I'm so glad that God pushed me into real estate, because I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to be a principal, maybe a superintendent, and no shade, because that's a great, noble career. But that's all I had planned. Like getting into real estate as a career, I'm like, wow, I can do this. I just went to Greece and Hawaii in the last 4 weeks. Like I would never have dreamed that I could do those types of opportunities and travel across the world, and teaching when I have even allowed me to be able to afford to.
No.
So the opportunities are there. We just have to go out and reach and grab them and believe that we'll receive them. But in regards to the basic requirements, you always want to talk to a lender first. We are in a shifting market. And so people are like, the rates were 3%, now they're 7%. However, again, it's the mindset. Rates are still below the national average. Most people who have bought homes in the United States in the last 50 years have had an interest rate of above 9%. And that's what people are failing to realize. It's like, we're never going back to 3%. That was a unique market.
And I will say this too, because I started out as a loan officer when I moved to Atlanta.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so one of the things I would say when I purchased my home, or I did refinancing, was that At the time, the market was like 6%, 7%, 8%, whatever. But once you get into that home, you can always refinance for a
Right.
lower rate whenever the rate drops
Right.
in the market. You know what I'm saying? So
we say marry the house, date the rate, because the rate is temporary. You can always go back, refinance into a lower payment. That's
exactly.
Yep, for sure. And so I tell my clients the first step is that financial knowledge is key, so you can make sure that you're prepared to purchase. And 9 times out of 10, most of my clients are like, I don't know, my credit is low. I had a client one time, she was like, I think my credit is too low. She had like a 789. I'm like, girl, you have almost perfect.
They never know what their credit is. They never know.
They never know. One thing I will say though is when you guys are checking your credit, look at your bank. Your bank apps have the free FICO score. Look at that, because that's going to be closely related to what's weighted based on what the lenders see. If you look at Credit Karma and some of those other sites, those are weighted differently. So people are always like, your lender pulled my credit score and it dropped. It's like, no, you just haven't been using the appropriate resources to really give you an accurate view of your credit. But I tell my clients, the lowest you can have is a 580. As your agent, I want to set you up for success. A 580, you're a huge risk. They're going to ask for a lot more paperwork. They're going to do a lot more digging. So if you are at a 580, you can purchase a home, but I do encourage a 640 or better. 640 puts you in a mild risk category. It's going to allow you to have better interest rates. If you need down payment assistance, you can qualify at about the 640. So 640 or better is great. 700 is amazing. Over 700, you're definitely going to have the better loan package. So,
and what about down payment money? Because VA versus first-time home buyers, how does all of that, go into play?
I love that. So basically, there are 3 types of loans that most first-time home buyers are going to get. You're going to get a conventional loan or an FHA loan or a VA loan. An FHA loan is most common. The government created a loan product where those people who had larger debts could purchase a home, because a conventional loan, your debts can only be so much. And it's called a debt to income ratio. So on an FHA loan, you can have up to 55% debt to income. And what that means is based on how much you make gross a month, your debt compared to that has to be under 55%. For conventional, it's 45 or less. And so that 10% doesn't seem like a lot, but it makes a huge difference. So most of my first time buyers do qualify FHA up front. Most of your down payment programs are also FHA products. And so basically for the first time buyer, whether you're conventional or you're FHA, you're putting down 3 to 3.5%. Now, if you do have money saved, you can tell that lender, hey, I have some money saved. I want to put down a larger down payment so I can reduce my monthly mortgage payment. However, the standard is just 3 to 3.5% for conventional and FHA loans.
So, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
So what does that look like? And guys, you're watching The Truth Ain't in Us. Please get your questions ready, because she's going to be answering some questions a little bit later.
Right.
So what does that look like? Let's just say in today's market, can you find a house that's affordable? And when I say affordable, when I purchased my home, it was around 218 back in 2005. Can you still find a nice new built home that's reasonable? And then how much money are you going to have to bring to the table? Because when I purchased my house, I only brought like $1,500.
Wow.
So
can't do that no more.
So those days gone. So let's talk about that.
Yes. So that is a hard question to answer, because people are so different. Like some people want a little vintage cottage over in West End. Some people want a new construction home in Alpharetta. So it depends on what you consider affordable. I always ask my clients first, don't look at the prices on Zillow. Just tell me, what are you comfortable paying per month? Okay. Now, a lot of my clients are realistic, but some are not. If you are thinking your mortgage is going to be $1,200 a month, you are not buying in Atlanta. You are buying in Macon, Augusta, because that is no longer realistic. The lender tells us as agents, what is 33%, 28 to 33% of your gross income. That's how much you can afford in a house. Usually, of course, I don't rely on that because it's like, I know my clients have other bills. We want to keep our hair done. We want to keep our makeup done. We want to look cute. So it's like, okay, if we take 28% of your gross, can you still afford your luxuries? Because we don't want you to be house poor. And, you know, buying may not be for everybody, but there's always something out there. Most of my clients right now are spending at least on average $2,000 to $2,400 a month on their mortgage payments. But they're getting into nice homes. And I will say this is the gag. You mentioned new construction. A lot of my clients purchase new construction because right now in this difficult market, the builders are trying to get rid of inventory. So they're doing these 2-1 buy downs. You're seeing that come back. It's like the first year is 1.9%. The second year is, 2.9%.
Wow.
And so a lot of my clients are buying new construction because they can get so much more house and they can lock in that incentive from that builder. So it's definitely possible to get something affordable. Now, in regards to the down payment, $1,500 is woo. But there are options. So as a first-time home buyer, there are different options. You have down payment programs where it's going to cover your down payment completely and maybe some of the closing costs, because there are closing costs outside of the down payment. That, like, oh, I didn't know that. So I try to break all that down. But you're going to have those down payment programs. You have 100% programs that cover 100% of your down payment as well. And then if you buy new construction, again, the builders are offering these incentives. Oh, we're going to give you a lower rate. We're going to give you $10,000 in cash towards your closing costs. So that's another way to negate some of those costs. Right now, the average price point in Atlanta, the metro area, is $420,000. So a 3% down payment is about $12,600. That doesn't those additional closing costs, but that's kind of the baseline for, I tell my clients, just try to save, because some of those down payment programs, like even from my house, I live in the city of Atlanta, West Midtown, and they were like, we're going to give you this $25,000 money. And that was going to cover everything. I would have only had to bring my earnest money, like you mentioned, for me was $2,000. So I thought I was just going to be able to bring $2,000. City of Atlanta was taking care of everything else. But I started reading the fine print. They were like, you got to live in your house for 20 years, or you got to pay it back plus interest plus part of your equity. I was like, wait a minute, this is a slave trap. I'm like, So fortunately, I did have money saved. I had saved it for my furniture, but I had to use it toward my home and my gracious parents. You can get gifts. I have loving parents. They decided to give me a loan that I had to pay back towards my closing costs. A lot of people don't realize too, if you've been on your job and you have established a 401k, most employers, not all, will allow you to borrow against it without penalty when you're purchasing a home. So it's so many ways that you can make this affordable, because when you're renting, you're just paying somebody else's mortgage and you're not
making them rich.
You get the maintenance, somebody will come and fix your light bulb, but I mean, hey, is that really worth it? You're in smaller square footage, you don't have a yard, you don't have,
Oh, and in an apartment, you got to deal with your neighbors upstairs, your neighbors downstairs. Oh my God. I remember those days when I lived in an apartment, and I swear to you, I can't go back to that ever. Can't do it. I cannot do it. I remember somebody come knocking on my door. They sent the police because I was vacuuming too early in the morning.
Oh my God.
For real.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But I do have another question for those out there who are self-employed. And when you're self-employed, you don't always put exactly what you make.
Yes.
Right. So let's just say you're self-employed, and within the next year or two, you want to purchase. What should you start doing when it comes to your taxes and stuff like that?
I love that question, because that was me when I bought my first home in 2021. So I got to learn hands-on how that works. So what you need to do is you have to have 2 years of tax returns as a self-employed employee. You need to have a substantial amount there. So you may have to wait a little longer to purchase if your tax return states you made $10,000 last year. They're not going to let you buy a house if you are saying you made $10,000 last year. So you have two options. Number one is you wait until you get your tax returns correct. And that's what I did. I waited until the next year came around, and I talked to my accountant and my lender at the same time. Hey, this is what I'm trying to do. how can we make this work? Before we filed, I sent it over to my lender and I said, hey, based on this draft, what can I qualify for?
Mm-hmm.
So be very intentional about communicating with your accountant around tax time and your lender before you file to make sure that that income that is showing is going to allow you to purchase. Something else that has become along in regards to creative financing in the recent years is called a bank statement loan. So I have clients who have used this as well. Okay, we wrote off too much, but the lender can look at their deposits into their bank statement to show that they did make enough money to afford the property.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
That's great. And what about people who want to build generational wealth when it comes to flipping properties, doing Airbnb? And if you're starting out with that, do you need money? Because there are hard lenders out there, and a lot of people don't know what that is or how it works.
Right.
So can you explain a little bit about that?
So a hard money lender is the type of lender that's going to kind of basically give you cash, but it's a shorter loan term. So a standard loan term is 30 years, 15 or 30 years. A hard money loan can be 12 to 24 months. So typically they're going to evaluate your assets. And so typically for a hard money borrower, you do need to have money in the bank. You can't do a hard money loan with no money in the bank. They're going to evaluate your assets. It's really good to do a hard money loan if you have a business, because you can use your business assets included in regards to your qualifications. But yeah, they will look at that, and you can use that money. They'll take into account the renovation budget, and they'll let you borrow that full amount. And then what you do is you will refinance. So you refinance after you are done with construction into a traditional loan to reduce the interest rate, because hard money loans have very, very high rates. Their rates are right now like a 10 to 12%. So you refinance into a traditional loan, you pay that hard money lender back, and then you can keep the property, buy and hold is what they call it, or you can sell it at the higher value for what you have put into it. But it's a lot of ways to house hack. I tell my first time buyers, like, because typically for hard money, you still are going to need at least 15% down. The traditional lender needs like 20% down. So 15 to 20% is standard when you're going into as an investor. But there are some house hacks, and I've been trying to get some people to do it. They're not listening to me. So number one, multifamily is a great way to go. If you're not super picky, because our multifamily here in Atlanta can be hit or miss in regards to the condition. So you can purchase a duplex, a triplex, or a quadruplex, and that is still considered residential. You can live in one and you can rent out the other units. And with that, because you live in one, you can still pay the regular 3 to 3.5% down payment. So that's one of the ways you can build wealth without having to pay that 15 to 20%. And then you can also rent out rooms. You can buy a house with a basement. I had a client who did that. She bought a house with a basement, and she was able to Airbnb her basement, and she lived upstairs. So she didn't have to pay those outstanding fees that investors pay. Yep.
So Tara, do you have a question?
I have a question, but I guess I want to wait till we come back from break, because I want to get it to get an understanding. It may take a little bit longer. I want to talk about when you purchase a house. Is it good to go ahead in the beginning to do what they do, a trust? Put your home in a trust. Is that something that you should do in the beginning, or something that you should wait after you've been in your home for a minute? Because from my understanding, that some of the questions that Tanya was asking you, I'm trying to figure out, when do you put that in figure where you can use that to actually capitalize on what you actually purchase? You know, does that make sense what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
I got you. So it's so funny. I went to a trust and estates class at the end of last year. And so I'm going to be bringing him in to do a class with me for my clients. So I'm still learning when it comes to that, to be transparent. But from what I was told in that class, the living will comes first, and then you establish a trust after you've established the living will. But as you're in your home, even for me, it's like, hey, I got some debt I want to pay off. I need my equity now. You do have options to do like a HELOC. I did a home equity line of credit through my credit union, and I was able to take out 90% of my equity on a credit line. I'm able to use that just like a regular checking account. I can go in and cash it out. I can go in and I have a debit card attached to it in case I need access to money, which is one of the major benefits of homeownership. Like when you're in a bind, inflation is real, you got laid off, you have this equity line of credit that you can go in and you can take advantage of. So that's an excellent question. And I have to keep you guys in mind when I have my trust in estates class. It should be next month. So I'll keep y'all informed because
keep me posted because I'm very interested in that, trying to see how we can capitalize on that.
Yes. And to your point, you know, we always hear about other people talking about, when I say other people, I mean non-Black people talking about
people.
Trust.
Exactly.
That's how you set yourself up. You put things in a trust. And so when you pass on, your legacy is set up. They don't have to work if they don't want to, but they don't have to struggle, you know. So we definitely think about those types of strategies when it comes to wealth creation for sure.
And we're going to be taking a break. I have one more question and then we're going to go to break. What about Airbnbs? Is that something you see people shine away from? Because the laws have definitely changed when it comes to an Airbnb.
If you're listening, please write down biggerpockets.com, a great free resource for learning about investing. And it's one that I rely on. They have YouTube videos, they have a website, they have books. So depending on your preference of learning style, they have many options.
What is it called?
Bigger Pockets.
Biggerpockets.com. Okay.
Biggerpockets.com. And so to answer your question, I think that Airbnbs are great, but there is a lot of responsibility. There's a lot of liability, but in regards to a long-term tenant, which means 12 months or more, you make money much faster. We have World Cup coming up in Atlanta. So you might see Airbnbs all over. Now it sucks because for City of Atlanta, they actually have changed the rule that you can only have so many Airbnbs in the city. That rule was changed, I think about 2 years ago, but people are still going to be willing to have Airbnbs in Smyrna and Decatur, places that are city adjacent, because they're going to want to be here for that event. And we just have so much coming to Atlanta all the time. So Airbnbs can be very lucrative. Just be mindful that if they having a party and the neighbors complaining, they calling you at 3 a.m. Like, come get these people out of this house. Wow. So I would recommend, and something I'm going to pursue myself, is medium-term rentals, because it allows you to make that quick money from your rentals without having to worry about the in and out weekends. A medium-term rental is the professional, the nurse that needs a place for 3 years.
Right.
Oh, these people are going to leave your house nice.
Yes.
They're going to keep you well. And you're still going to make more money because it has to be furnished. They can't furnish it. So you still
my cousin does that. She has several of those here in Atlanta. She's an agent as well. So guys, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. So have your questions ready. Tree is going to join us so we can read the questions. You're watching The Truth Ain't In Us, and we'll be right back.
All right.
I am so
You're in the dark. Pow! Dogs and poodles, it's the Two Live Stews, and we're back. Our debate that started us on radio was the effectiveness of the option. Idiot.
You call your brother idiot? I never call you an idiot.
Dummy. What you did is called hijack the show. I'm done. Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart streaming live Monday and Thursday at 7 a.m.
That's the number 2 live stews, youtube.com. 2 live stews, youtube.com.
Are you tired of workouts that leave you feeling drained? Do you want to push your limits without compromising your health? Introducing NPE, the ultimate pre-workout powerhouse. NPE is packed with natural plant-based ingredients that fuel your body and mind. We're talking about sustained energy, enhanced focus, and accelerated recovery. All this while giving your immune system a powerful boost. But NPE doesn't stop there. It also stimulates circulation, enhancing blood flow throughout your body. And it doesn't just improve your workout performance, it also boosts fertility and sexual drive in both men and women. Whether you're a seasoned athlete or just starting your fitness journey, NPE is here to help you reach new heights. Don't settle for sluggish workouts. Unleash your inner athlete with NPE. That's natural performance energy. This is not your ordinary pre-workout supplement. Our clients will tell you NPE also stands for natural power, peak performance, every workout.
All right, we are back. You're watching The Truth Ain't In Us, and we are joined by Tree Taylor. She's our producer, Cara.
I don't need to be on here.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Hi, Cara. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
All is well. All is well. What's going on? How you ladies doing? Welcome back.
Thank you.
What
So far, it's been really fun. I've enjoyed it.
Good. I think I don't know if the chat thought I left, but Tanya had to take a day off. I had to take a day off Monday. It's too much.
Oh, what went on Monday?
It's Labor Day and I don't labor.
I was in bed on Monday, guys.
Do what I love. So this is the part where we read the chat. We have, but as you know, the show was already going before we got to this segment. So just if you hear anything lewd or lascivious, just brace yourself.
Yeah.
We were talking about Potomac. Which you're familiar with.
I caught some of the end of that conversation.
So you might get a little bit of that, but here we go. Your questions are there also. So here we go.
All right.
From Loose Neck, Todd gotta look good for his prison boyfriend when he gets out.
You wrong for that. You did wrong for that. He out of line.
Well, hey, he's telling the truth. He's telling the truth. We're talking about Todd
allegedly.
Look like he got nuts in his mouth. Never mind.
We're talking about Todd. We're talking about Todd Chrisley.
He looks like a squirrel, a Detroit
he's a little
squirrel.
Sweet. He does.
Yeah.
I love Todd Chrisley, but he
no, we don't. We
don't
love him.
I like him. I think.
Listen.
Like him.
Okay, I ain't gonna get into
show.
it. Y'all gonna watch.
Hold on. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Todd played the game. He has a black granddaughter, right? He wanted to get the fuck out of jail. If I went to jail, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to call Trump.
Next story from Big John. From Big John B1. There was no way for anyone to get everything right during Katrina. Bush is the only one who effed up by not sending help sooner. Yeah.
Oh yes,
I believe it.
Yes, he did.
I agree.
He was on vacation. He stayed on fucking vacation. Didn't show up, and when he did, he flew over and he acted like he was doing some fucking busy work. And I'm gonna say this.
Not that he was doing. He act like he was doing some busy work. Tell you.
Yes, he was acting.
I mean, we all remember the picture
when he flew over.
Loose Neck gonna have it on his damn meme in 5.2 seconds.
Listen,
but yeah, we know. But guess what? People don't remember no shit Bush did because Satan is in the chair right now. So nobody remembers.
I remember No Child Left Behind. I was in high school.
Yep. Well, you know what No Child Left Behind did, right?
Right.
It crippled
exactly
our students.
Exactly.
Our
Definitely.
kids.
Yes, it did.
So yeah, we talked about that on one of the shows, and
it didn't help anything.
No.
I'm not watching it. I mean, I saw when the levees broke, but I can't do it right now. I'm on sabbatical.
Well, the fucking levees
from fuck shit.
How do you not know that the levees weren't going to work? You haven't worked on it for years. You haven't upgraded it. And these are white men running our countries, running our cities, and they're so fucking educated, but they don't know that it needs to be upgraded. They don't.
We know that they knew. It's another money grab.
Well, it was a black thing. It was New Orleans,
so they could gentrify.
That you guys got to watch it because it gets into when Brad Pitt came there to build those houses. The fucking houses are falling a fucking apart.
You don't play with no spirits now down there. That's why
the houses are no good. And they were given these houses, and it's a damn shame. That's all I can say.
From Loose Neck, when you piss them white people off, they make sure you can't do anything. Yeah. Ray Nagin was doing a speech a couple of days ago, and I thought about Victor Hill. We had Victor Hill on the show August the 6th, I think. And they set that man up. They set that man up because he stood up for Black people. Now I don't know why they didn't try to sandbag General Honore, which he is fine. I'm sorry. I know that's my kind of Creole man right there.
Is he married, Tree? You didn't do no investigation?
I mean, when Katrina happened, I was
I'm
married.
talking about for now, for you.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Don't do it. Yes. But they will. If you fuck with them, they coming for you. Look at Kanye. He ain't been right since he said George Bush does not like Black people. He ain't been right ever since.
He hasn't been right since his mom passed, I think, but that's a whole other
That's
story.
True. Okay, let's go to some of these questions. So, Tiffany in Portland, this is one of our listeners. Thanks for dropping by. I hope your dad is doing well. I hope you're doing well.
Oh, yes.
She says that's easy to say and true. She's in Portland, Oregon. The average home is $500,000.
Oh, wow.
And this is with regards to, just you all talking about what we should be doing. And
I had a cousin of mine. She was considering moving to Atlanta because she was looking in Denver, and she was like, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, like 1,000 square feet was like $700K. I'm like, whoa, you can still get a very nice home here for $700,000.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be nice.
But Kiara, I don't want to go to Macon. You said I gotta talk to you about that in a minute.
Yes,
we're gonna read these questions.
Yeah.
When you said you can go to Macon, for a $1,200 mortgage, she's like,
it's not old Atlanta. Even when I first got into the business in 2017, I remember a client, they got a renovated nice home indicator for $175,000, and that was only 8 years ago. But things have appreciated so much, especially during the pandemic, especially with all the businesses, all the influx, all the people coming here from New York and LA talking about some, this is cheap. Oh, this is cheap. This don't mean nothing. So then the prices are like boom, 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 so fast. During the pandemic, that was the fastest that they've seen prices go up in the Metro Atlanta area in a long time, in decades.
Yeah, but the traffic.
Right. It's increasing the traffic too. But to give you guys an idea, the average appreciation rate in Atlanta has consistently been like 4% year over year. During the pandemic, some areas were like 12%, some were 20%. That's how much of a jump we took during COVID.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And now, we'll see.
I see Loose Neck. He donated $1.99. Thank you, Loose Neck. And he said, Tree gonna shoot her shot from half court. Swoosh.
Talking about General on, he's that man got a he got a wife. I know. Thank you, Loose Neck, for your donation. We appreciate you. Let's see. There were some. Well, Loose Neck's got a lot to say tonight. It starts with teaching our kids about credit and how it affects everything. What age would you start to kind of bring that into third grade?
I would love to create a financial literacy curriculum for elementary school.
Do it.
Wait.
Do it,
Kiara. Yeah. Do it, ladies.
It's on the list. It's on the bucket list for sure.
You're gonna do it.
Third grade is the age where they would really be able to start to comprehend some of the basic concepts.
Wow, someone will buy that. You're going to make a lot of money from that because you're pouring back in. Yes.
Yeah.
And I have to say, growing up, I wasn't taught credit or anything like that or savings.
Yeah.
Right.
Either, because when I started out in the mortgage industry as a loan officer and started making like $20,000 a month back in the 2000s, and I spent every freaking dime. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't really start caring about credit until it was time for me to purchase a home. And from there, that's where, and I'm gonna give Bart his credit where it's due, because yes, because he was the one that's like, okay, we got to get our credit together. And Credit Karma actually helped us.
Wow.
Credit Karma helped us as far as
That's
getting our
awesome.
credit together and building our credit. And now we're like 790 credit scores, you know.
Amazing.
And I will say this, I taught my children credit growing up and savings as well.
Yeah, it's so key. And like you said, we don't have those dinner conversations. Unfortunately, you know, segregation messed us up. We were business owners, we had wealth, we had, you know, ownership. And then when we integrated,
we got on the bus.
We got, that's when we became materialistic. And we
Kier, you my kind of girl. I
switch
mad every time I think about it. Like, you motherfuckers better not go to Target during Black Friday. I was thinking about that today in the kitchen.
I actually haven't been to Target. I'm so proud of myself. Amazon, I'm still struggling with, to be honest. But
oh yeah, well, Amazon is about to sidebar. You're watching The Truth Ain't in Us. It's time for a little bit of news. Amazon, starting October 1st, is no longer going to allow us to share accounts. They want $14.99 a month from in addition. Well,
if I'm Prime, so I won't be Prime no more.
Well, I share an account. I'm a single woman. Well, I'm a single woman. And so me and my friends get together and do Costco and do.
Yeah.
And it saves me a lot because the fucking, what's it called? The when you get the account, it's like $180 a year or something like that.
Not only that, Netflix.
For what?
Like we share Netflix. My family, we share everything. Somebody
we can't share Netflix no more
anymore. I can't share. They cancel mine, but me and my granddaughter used to share. I got a little memo, a little thing that pop up on my TV. You can no longer share your account, and it won't come.
Wow.
Yeah.
So just get on
do that anymore.
I'm like, how are they gonna do that? Because I'm definitely on the.
I'll get the. What happened? I'll get the article and email it
stop
to
your
you.
account and say you need to upgrade if you would like to continue.
They not crazy. They probably gonna give like a a grace period, but Jeffrey got to pay for that wedding he had. And listen, I don't knock rich people. I am rich, but he got to pay for that wedding. That's what I'm gonna say with that to that lady with the big boobs. Okay, here we go. Sorry, Kiera.
No
Kiera,
worries.
I really in one part of the conversation. Excuse me, the conversation that intrigued me. When you said 2 years, you said 2 years. You said 2 years for business owners. They need to have been in business for 2 years, because I always thought my person told me that I've got to do some different situations because I'm on the $10,000 plan because all these write-offs, all these microphones and
aren't they beautiful? Aren't they beautiful? Yes.
But you're saying, I thought I heard you say you just need to have been in business for 2 years. And then you mentioned bank statements.
You need to have 2 years of tax returns.
Oh, yeah. I got that. But I don't want no house here. I mean, Kiera, I know you're here to empower, but I'm leaving this country next year.
I feel that. I feel that. I went to Greece this time and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, I heard you say that.
Different life. But
yeah, so that's good to know if I come back.
Now the bank statements are for you wrote off too much and you don't want to wait to revise your tax returns for 2 more years.
Okay.
Every lender doesn't have a bank statement loan, but of course,
I know. I hear
all the resources.
I hear what you're putting down. We're gonna find the one that does.
So yes, my lender can do a bank statement program where if you can't prove your income through your tax returns, he'll look at your bank statements instead.
Okay. Now, are you licensed in any other states, Kiera? Like, you be at homecoming. You going to homecoming. Okay.
People keep asking me that. Are you gonna get your broker's license? Are you gonna get licensed somewhere else? Y'all, I told y'all this was not my plan. I'm just being obedient. I really have other goals and dreams. But I'm open to it. I'll never say never, because if you would have asked me 10 years ago if I would be an agent talking on the Truth Ain't in This podcast about how to buy a home, I would have laughed and told you the devil's a liar, because there is no way I thought I would be here. So I'm definitely open. Right now, what I do, I have a lot of out-of-state clients. clients, and I'm getting more and more out of state clients. So I have a referral network. And so what happens is, hey, I need to sell a house. It just happened. I need to sell a house in Philadelphia. I hook them up with my Philadelphia referral partner, and then that agent pays me on the back end. So that's how I'm working it out right now. But yes, of course, if I get licensed, I could get full commission in other states.
Wow. Now,
Some states have
Kiara,
reciprocity too. You don't have to go through the full step-by-step process again. I think you just take the state exam, and then you can be fully licensed in certain states.
okay. Well, you've come to the part of the show because we're getting down to the wire. It's time for us to ask you some personal questions.
Oh,
Tanya?
Lord. Okay, I'm scared. I'm scared.
Don't be scared, but you're doing
Don't
all
be
this
scared.
working, and we got questions.
Yeah, do you have time to play?
Yes,
She didn't know.
I didn't
want to
know.
say, do you have time to lay and play? But
Oh, don't ask me. Not the baby. Not the baby.
because I see Loose Neck says there's nothing wrong with big boobs. So hey,
Where did that come from? Who's boobs?
Jeff Bezos, when you said his wife with the big boobs.
That man be listening. He be listening so hard.
So yeah, Cara, what's going on in your personal
Wait,
life?
I'm sorry, Kiara. Before you start, look at this.
you?
Look at the meme. Look at the damn meme. That's Georgia Bush, Kiara.
Oh my God. I didn't even look closer. Oh geez.
Oh Lord. He should. Okay, so break it down for us. You're this mogul. You are a mogul. I'm about to speak into your life.
Thank
you. You are a mogul. You are a curator of finance workshops for children, workshops that are fun, and they're having a good time.
We just want to know, are you getting laid?
Where do you find time for Kiara?
Oh my God.
No, seriously, like you gotta self-serve.
I do self-serve, of course. I've actually learned how to establish boundaries. As an entrepreneur, you want to say yes to everybody because you don't know when your next coin is coming. But I've had to say no a lot. And it's actually very freeing when you get to a point in your business where you can tell people no. I try to make sure Sundays is my complete me time where I don't do anything business related. And I really try, like when I went to Greece, I did not take my computer. I really enjoyed it. Some of my other trips, I struggle with that. So I'm still struggling. But I love hanging out with my friends. Like my friends bring me life. And so
what about a man?
Good girl time. I'm single, but I have somebody in my corner right now. So we'll see where it goes.
Not the rose. Do you have the rose?
Tanya, didn't this lady go to high school with your son?
Hey, oh my God, I'm clutching my
listen.
Come on, Auntie.
Look, she putting you on the spot, Kira. She don't know who
the
you invited to
when
watch
you come on the
show or
Truth Ain't
anything.
In Us. Be prepared to answer these questions, baby. And you tell me it's none of my business. That's okay too.
Yeah.
Shine 752 says getting laid is important.
It
Water and sex will keep you looking younger.
I drink lots of water.
Thank you, Shine.
Oh my God, I'm so blushing. I'm just like,
she didn't know. I let them do that other stuff because it's important. But all business and no pleasure, Kiara.
No, not no pleasure. I definitely like to have a good time. I love wine, so I'm always doing little wine tastings and wine ventures, and I have a good time, y'all, for sure.
From Loose Neck Side, he says his dad passed in 2014, but he made a point of getting a financial planner for us, and we meet with them once a year. I'm so grateful for that type of insight. Talk about that. Both you and Tanya have a background in financial planning, Tanya, correct?
Oh yeah, because I don't.
No, I don't.
Why am I trying to put you in? You and Doug used to work together.
We work together in the
somewhere
mortgage
else.
industry. Mortgage industry.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but Doug is going to come on next month as well, and we're going to be talking about that as well.
So what do you see happening, Kiara? I don't know if you even have access to this, but like, does everyone in this square have a will or a trust? Because a will is lame. It's not lame, but it's not going to benefit our
Benefit if
families.
it's not no, yeah.
We're looking
The
at a
trust.
trust. Bart and
Yes.
I, we're looking at a trust, and actually going to planning on having a family meeting because we do family meetings here.
Okay.
And everybody tells everybody's business. That's a whole nother
Wait,
situation.
you do a family meeting for the purpose of telling each other's business?
No. We may have a family meeting about something else, but if something is going on in the family, there's no secrets over here. They're
Okay,
running their. I don't like that.
Oh, sorry.
But that's why I was
I'm real transparent. I'm
Yeah,
real
crazy.
transparent.
But
Because you can't shame me.
But
Go
that's
ahead,
why I was
Tamar.
asking you about the trust, because I do have a will, but just listening to other people, and it pops up on my timeline and things of that nature concerning the trust, doing the trust on your home. That was my whole thing, is trying to get an understanding, because like you say, a will is just a will. It doesn't mean that I could have wrote it on a piece of paper, but even though I had it notarized, had somebody look over it, it's only beneficial for so much, and it all depends on what state, because my will reflects Texas, and Georgia has a different guideline of if you live there. I mean, I have to be a relative here, and if they're there, if I have property there or something like that, I would have to. It's so much red tape I would have to go through. So that's why I'm asking. My question about the living will was about that, just to find out, what was what, how you go about. I know how about going to get it started, and I know that I could do it on my own. My question was, when I reached out to the courthouse, the lady was saying I had to get it notarized. I had to have a lawyer to look at it first, but it's easy to get it. You can do it yourself, because it has you go on a website and it can tell you verbatim, word for word, how to word it, and put it together. But it's still a lot of red tape. So that was my question on, trying to get an understanding on how does the trust really work.
Yeah, I'll send y'all information when I have my class, because I've always told you too young for that. You too young for that. And I'm like, I need to find somebody that's gonna tell me what I need to be doing. So this guy, he was real cool. His name is Sherman Toppin. And yeah, that's what he does. And he's one of us. He's one of our people. So he's looking out for us. And I'm excited to do this class so I can learn more. But he did tell me at my age to start with a living will, since I don't have any children or anything yet, and then go from there. But yeah.
Wrapping up, Kiera, tell everybody, you said you have some workshops. Do those have dates coming, or do they have dates already that you want to share?
So I am working on my dates for my end of the year events, but yes, I do have an event on September 20th, 27th. Like I said, I love giving back. I came from education. So this is my second annual basketball teacher appreciation fundraiser, September 27th. It's going to be at the Berean Christian Church gym from 2:30 to 5:30. We're raising money for educators. We have 3 schools that we've adopted, and we're going to be raising money to distribute to those schools to help the educators. And so that's something that I'm excited about. And then in regards to my classes, the trust and estates classes next month, we're working on locking in a date. And I always do a mimosa and mortgage seminar in November. And so I'm waiting on some confirmations for venue so I can confirm that date as well. So that's what I have coming up.
I love that. And then if people want to get in touch with you, is this information?
It is, but that's the very formal information. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at Cara P Realty. And you guys can hit me up, send me a message. That is a great way to reach me. I also have my business page, Regal Realty Group ATL. And so you can contact me there. But Cara P Realty is the best way to reach me, because those emails and everything, that's too formal. We family now. So y'all can hit me up on IG.
Listen, you need to come and join us on this trip when we
where y'all going?
In February.
Crew.
Yes.
Ugh.
So you can find you a man.
Or Kiera, Sunday's your day off. We're tailgating Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this Sunday.
Yep. And look at that. You could get all this food for $35, but that's over at midnight tonight. But Kiera, email me.
Okay. You're not gonna find my seafood salad on there though.
Me and my friends still to this day are like, did your youngest daughter graduate last year?
Yes.
So Bart invited us to her youngest daughter's graduation, and they had the barbecue, and she was like, I'm making the seafood salad tomorrow. So I live like 45 minutes from Conyers. I drove all the way back just to get that seafood salad. Oh,
Wow.
oh my God. It is that good. I was like, I'm going to get that today. And I went back and got it.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm gonna back out, Kiera. The ladies are gonna take you on out.
Okay.
Tanya, wrap up with Kiera, and then you and Sitar can. Nice to meet you, Kiera. Keep shining.
You again. Thank you so much.
Well, first, we would want to thank you for joining us tonight. I really appreciate it. I know it took some time to get with you, you know, but we really enjoyed all the information, and hopefully we can do this again in person, you know.
Yeah.
And
with some
have
wine.
you come into the studio? Oh, yes. Well, listen, guys, I have been sipping on, I had beer tonight, Blue Moon. Blue Moon. Yeah. So I had some beer tonight. And yeah. So we want to thank you for joining The Truth Ain't in Us. And it's about time for us to go, guys. Satara, you have anything you want to say?
No, I just want to say thank you, Kiera, for coming in, joining us, and also giving enlightening us on information. Just keep us in mind, because I'm very interested in following up with you concerning that the trust thing.
Yeah,
but thank you again for coming.
Very nice to meet you.
You too.
All right, so I think she's gonna. Okay, there she's gone. Okay, so guys, so Satara, I know you didn't ask a lot of questions tonight. We're
well, to be honest with you, because at the end of the day, I was like, I'm listening to you, and look, like everything you wanted to say, I said it. I was like, you said it. I was like, well, now she already fixed that up. But at the end of the day, my whole thing is that it was very educational, very uplifting, and if I wish I would have known her before we purchased our home, because she answered a lot of questions that could have helped us probably got a little further than where we did, but. But at the end of the day, I appreciate you, Kiera, for coming on and, enlighten the audience with the question. And Gooseneck, you need to quit.
We need to see a picture of you. You put
all
these pictures.
Can you send a picture of you so we can get an idea what you look at? You look like, please.
Yes. And we thank all of you guys for joining us tonight. Again, next week. We'll be coming on at 7 p.m. instead of 8 p.m. Okay? So have a great rest of the week. And I'm gonna get me, I don't need it, but I am going to get me a rose, because I want to see what the hell this rose is all about. There was a whole thing going on social media this past week about the rose and the men who I guess they're in competition with the rose.
Pretty much.
What the fuck is going on?
Pretty much.
Save it for next week, please.
Thank you. Are we out?